We want him to leave as fans. And like what you said, there's so much of a disconnect between the team, the manager, and the fans. Like, you need someone that's going to bring that back together. You can't just keep this guy in the job.
Well, all right. Is the question though? I agree with everything you're saying, but that does need to be brought back. But who brings that back, and how do you bring that back? Like, in an ideal scenario to you, how does this play out? Do you want him gone? If so, when does he go? Who comes in to replace him, and when? Like, what's your outlook on it?
As I said, now he just has to see the season out. You have to let him see out the season out. Who you need to bring in is a great question. I look at the team now and how disjointed, disconnected, the little things like them can't string passes together for each other, the way they're receiving passes, the negativity, no real movement. I look at Alonso could be the guy you bring in, and he could be the guy that boosts the morale because the fans like him. He's got a good bit about him, the character he is. But then I'm looking at the team and how disgruntled, disjointed. The team don't look like a team no more. They don't even look like they can play football.
I agree.
I'm thinking, no, you need the extreme now. They need a proper coach, bro. They need someone, for an example, like a Luis Enrique. That's the one I want. Someone that's going to come in and truly go, whatever you man been doing, scrap that. We need to go back to playing football now. And I'm going to coach you, man. And we're going to go with the system, and we're going to play fluid football, and we're going to get everyone back to the levels that they need to get to. Someone that really has the
all right, stay there. So I agree. I like that take, but realistically, we're not going to get Enrique, are we? Like, can we agree on that?
Okay, you say that, but I know I'm not going to disagree. But then I look at it and go, what more do you want to go and achieve at PSG? What more? You've accomplished everything.
But if that was the case and he wanted to leave, would Liverpool be his pick, or would he say, "Look, I'm Luis Enrique. I just done the business with PSG, handsy flick. What were you saying? Shall I go to Barcelona?"
Now he's already been there and done that, though. That's the thing, innit?
It's home, though. It's home. That's his academy club, isn't it?
I hear it. Maybe it's more the hope than anything. I'm maybe leaning on hope.
I hear what you're saying, but like, for me, it's realism. But like, see what you're saying. You're actually making a point there, and you're saying you want a type of manager to come in who's not just going to be like a manager, but someone who's on the training field implementing strategies and tactics. Now, when you said that, you said Enrique, and I was like, that's probably a bit out of our league or a bit of a stretch. We could be lucky, you never know. But another manager that comes into my mind, who probably Liverpool fans won't like, but like is that type of manager. He's a training field manager. Is Maresca. How would you feel about Maresca? Would you take him?
I think I wouldn't have minded him. If I didn't see him at Chelsea, I wouldn't have minded him. But I think it's the taint of he was there and then you got sacked, and I'm like, I don't know, my guy. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad, because I've heard obviously, what's his name? Enzo got suspended because he kept chatting about the ex-manager. Don't know why they've been sacked, so he's now suspended for a couple of games because he was just saying some stuff. Obviously, he must be a good coach. Obviously, learned under one of the best coach ever in Pep.
Do you know the thing as well?
Yeah, if he didn't have the stint at Chelsea, maybe I would have felt like, But I feel like we're in the extreme now, bro. We need someone that's coming in from a credibility standpoint, someone that's been there and done it.
I hear it, but at the same time, one thing I'll say about him, I like the way he plays football. He plays attacking football. See him as a manager, the football he plays, the cop would get behind that shit. Anfield would get behind that. But look, I'll tell you my assessment real quick, right? This is what I think the ideal scenario would be. I hope he's going to pick a decent attacking formation tomorrow. Hopefully give Rio a game. We should beat Fulham at home. If we don't, it's fucking peak season for him, bro. We've got PSG after that. I honestly think PSG will beat us. We'll be a bit more open at Anfield.
Yeah,
they'll probably have even more chances than they did when we just sat back against them. So if we get thumped up by PSG, that's the perfect chance to sack him. Because listen, after PSG, it's Everton, bro. Merseyside derby. Listen, Merseyside derby. You tell me what would rile the fans up more than anything for Steven Gerrard coming in as interim for a Merseyside derby just after we've been walloped. We could be walloped by PSG. Gerrard comes in before the Everton game. The morale in the club would change within 24 fucking hours, bro. Everyone would be roaring. You'd hear Anfield roaring at that Merseyside derby. And what that would do to the players, like what we've seen, let's bear in mind, Michael Carrick is not a top manager.
Yeah.
He was an interim. And this is the effect that interims can have. If Gerrard could come in and have a similar effect to Michael Carrick, we could actually hit the Champions League, save the club from missing out on 200 odd million or whatnot, and that would ripple effect in to our transfer business next year. So I think it's a crucial time right now, depending on the performance and the result tomorrow, the performance and the result against PSG. If we get like a draw against Fulham, or even if we scrape a 1-0 and then get battered by PSG, I think get him out, bring Gerrard in as interim for the Merseyside derby. The whole city would be buzzing for Gerrard to come in just before a Merseyside derby. The respect in the dressing room he'd have off those players.
Straight away, innit?
Bro, the whole shit will change. You see the press, our non-existent press.
Yeah, it start being a press
overnight, bro. Them man will be running for Gerrard.
Yeah, that's what would wind me up. I've openly said it would wind me up because I'm like, you man already had this in you and you've chose to like. And I'm like, yo, if you're not gonna do it for you and you're not gonna do it for the manager, do it for us then, bro. Do it for the fans.
I'm telling you, he won't have it no other way, bro. He's a scouser. Remember, he was our captain. Remember what he was like to El Hadj Diouf, bro. He won't have none of it. I'm telling you, them lot will be running.
I remember when he grabbed up Alberto Riera, bro. He grabbed him up and said, yo, what are you doing? It was against Arsenal. And then he was like, you keep letting this youth run past you. From there, he was like, nah, never didn't let him do that no more. But now, listen, chat, big up to you, man, for listening in and sharing your opinions as well. This is Mickey's channel, YouTube there. It's in the chat. So if you guys go and show some love, man, go and show some love and subscribe, man. He's going to be new in the business. So make sure you guys do so. It's also